If you're watching this right now, there's a very good chance you have read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Shout out to our boy, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. Really hope old Robert sees this video. So what's up, Robert? That was the book that my dad gave me back when I was 17 years old, wandering around, probably chasing girls. And my dad is probably like, we got to figure out what to do with this kid because he ain't focused at all. He got a lot of untapped potential. But really, though, he gave me this book. And I remember going, I don't know, man, like, all right, I'll read it. I wasn't huge into reading. And I read this book and it was so easy to read and it made so much sense. And I know it's even cliche to bring it up because so many people are like, that's my favorite book. But this is the first book that he gave me. And it really opened my eyes to like, okay, that makes sense, right? And for those that haven't read it, I don't want to spoil it, but essentially it talks about we're all trapped in a rat race and we need to escape. And the key to escaping is to create passive income where we don't have to have our time attached to it. Make sure that the passive income, the money coming in without us working, it exceeds our bills, which means that we don't have to work. Everything's covered, right? That's the game. That's how you escape the quote unquote rat race, the hamster wheel, whatever. That's the whole premise of the book. And in the book, he talks about using physical real estate, buying apartments, buying houses, and using that passive income. And as I've discovered this business model, I've discovered digital landlording, as I've discovered digital real estate investing, I believe that when Robert, hopefully he sees this specific video, but when Robert discovers this model, he is going to absolutely lose his mind because the problem with the Rich Dad, Poor Dad model is that you need cash. You need cold, hard cash. You need money to be able to invest in properties. And look, I understand there's like the starter loans for people who've never bought houses, and there's creative financing, and you can wholesale. I'm talking about for the average person, okay? In order to scale, you need down payments. You need down payments. And again, I'm not here to fight you on refinancing this. I'm saying for just go with me on this, but you need capital, okay? This model, digital real estate, building homes or websites on the interwebs, right? Ranking those websites, aka building them and getting them rent ready, fully furnishing them, and going and finding tenants, aka business owners, to rent those websites for a fraction of the cost of just closing on a actual physical real estate property is what makes this one of the most enticing things that we've ever had in the history of the internet, in my opinion, okay? So Robert, I would love to chat with you, my friend. This is amazing. Now, I'm not here to say it's better because I understand that physical real estate has this very important component called depreciation, okay? And these assets, these websites, we can't go and get our real estate professional status and then write against our active income with depreciation. We can't do that. So I understand. But what I'm saying is that all of us have read that book. We've all loved the idea. And then we sit there at the end of the book and go, okay, now I just need to come up with cash. I need $50,000 to do a down payment on a whatever the amount is for the property. We got to get the cash. And so then we go to work and we're saving and we're doing this and we're doing that. And we get our first property. And yes, if you're disciplined and you stick with it, you can make it work. But we want to make it work. We want something that's scalable. We don't want to have to be 60 years old before this thing actually starts hitting scale. So for me, what I did and what I've done and what I'm continuing to do is I'm using digital real estate, and I am doing the exact same thing I would be with physical real estate. My digital real estate is enough now that my bills are paid. Okay. My digital real estate, passive digital real estate, let me say semi-passive because we still got to check in with the business owners, just like we still have to check in with the tenants, and we still got to evict the business owner, just like we'd have to still evict a tenant. My digital real estate passive income, semi-passive income exceeds my bills. And so technically right now I could retire. Okay. Now I'm never going to do that. I love the game way too much. It ain't even about, it's like 21 Savage said, I love the money for sure, but I love the hustle the most. So that's not really my game. I'm not saying you have to be like me. Some of you guys, as soon as you hit that thing, you're out, you're hiking, you're nomading, you're doing whatever. That's fine. Not me. Okay. I want to go as big as I can. But I've done that. And so then as soon as you hit that level, okay, cool. My bills are paid. Everything on top of that goes in an account. And guess what? Now I'm stacking cash. Now I'm taking that cash. I'm retired on paper, and I can take that cash and shove it into a piece of real estate. I can go buy a single family home. I can go buy a duplex. I can go buy a fourplex. I can go buy an eightplex, whatever the case is. So I am certain that when Robert sees this, Mr. Kiyosaki, you have done a great service for your country. Okay. We love your book. But I am asking Mr. Robert Kiyosaki to consider that this may be the best option for the average person until they can start stacking real cash. But what's so exciting about this, guys, and I've had so many people give me this feedback, is if you read that book, you understand in theory that that's the game. And when you hear about this model, it just clicks and you go, that makes sense. That makes sense. Robert Kiyosaki, welcome to 2023. Welcome to the new Rich Dad Poor Dad, escaping the rat race.